Welcome to the webinar on supporting kids to stay safe online. Before we begin, I would like to acknowledge the original custodians, the Darrell people on whose land I am presenting from today. I would like to pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging, and welcome all Aboriginal people here with us today. My name is Michelle Garland and I'm a psychologist within DCJ. Throughout the presentation today, I will be using the term kids to refer to children of all ages, infants, toddlers, school-aged, and adolescents. Kids are accessing the internet at younger ages. This increases the risk to their safety with concerns around exposure to pornography, online bullying, upsetting content, the risk of being contacted by strangers, and online grooming. It is therefore important to implement strategies in your home to keep kids safe online. We are going to discuss some of the ways that we can do this. To begin with, you want to have family discussions on online safety. Having online safety discussions as a family is important. During these discussions, you want to explain to kids the importance of keeping them safe when they are online. For example, you could say something like, just like our seatbelts keep us safe in the car, the rules around internet usage are to keep you safe when you're online. Take an active role in keeping kids safe online. Be curious about the games they are playing, who they are talking to online, and if they are having any issues. Consider participating in their online time by playing games together or exploring different games, apps, or websites. Let kids know that they can always come to you if they are concerned about something or if something has made them feel uncomfortable or unsafe. Reassure them that you will not remove their devices or cut off their internet access. This may make them feel like they are being punished and may stop them from coming to you in the future about things that make them feel uncomfortable or unsafe. Research has found that kids don't tell parents or carers about upsetting things they have seen online out of fear that they will have their device or internet privileges removed, so it's important to reassure them that this won't happen. Let them know that it is never okay for someone to make them feel pressured or for them to feel bullied or harassed online. Again, you can tell them that they can talk to you if they ever feel that someone is doing that to them. Another important step in keeping kids safe online is discussing and developing rules around safe internet use. It's important that conversations are had around rules of internet use. During these conversations, you can discuss what online activities are okay, the length of time they are allowed to be online, and where in the house they can use their devices. We want to ensure that the rules developed are age and developmentally appropriate. It's important to develop strategies and rules collaboratively with kids. They are more likely to understand and follow strategies that they have created with you. Consider developing a family tech agreement, which is sometimes also called a family media plan or family online safety agreement. This plan is written down and agreed to by all family members and can be kept in a place that everyone can see it. The plan sets out the rules about how devices will be used in the home. The agreement should cover websites that can be visited, apps that can be used, the amount of time allowed online, and acceptable online behavior. Some rules may differ for each family member, and others will apply to all members of the family. For example, no devices at the dinner table. You can find templates online that you can use for your family tech agreement, or you can create your own. eSafety Commissioner has created templates for children 5 and under and those aged 5 to 8. For older children, you can find a family online safety contract from ThinkYouKnow. Let's have a look at what these tech agreements look like. For older kids, the online agreement or contract from Think You Know might include rules like tell a trusted adult if I see something that makes me feel upset, uncomfortable, or scares me. Being aware that people online are not always who they say they are and do not always tell the truth. Letting my parents or carers supervise where I go online, as I understand they do this to keep me safe. Tell a trusted adult if someone sends me rude or naked pictures or links that I did not ask for. Keeping personal information about myself, my family, and my friends private. Not sharing passwords or usernames with anyone but a parent or carer, and understanding that parents and carers will only use these passwords if they are worried about me or my safety. Treating others the way I want to be treated online and with the same respect as I would offline. So this list is not exhaustive. There are many more rules that you may want to put onto your family tech agreement. From Think You Know, you can download the blank tech agreement and you can add your own rules, or you can download the pre-filled version and highlight and name the rules that apply to each family person. The family tech agreements from eSafety for the 5 to 8-year-old, it already has rules that you can then cut out and paste into the agreement. So some of these rules include I will ask permission before I download any new apps and games, or I will ask permission before I take or share photos or videos of others. For the tech agreement for children under the age of 5, they already have pre-filled the rules in, and you can then just put your name or initial above the rule that applies to that person. Playing It Safe is a website that also has an online version of a tech agreement that you can create with younger kids. Another topic of discussions with kids is supervision. It is important to provide supervision for kids using devices. This is especially important for prepubescent kids. Younger kids should only use the internet with active supervision, and this is to reduce the potential for harm. By providing supervision, we can prevent unwanted contact or grooming. When kids are using the internet alone, there are a number of risk factors. For example, they could accidentally or intentionally upload images or private information. They can unknowingly engage with child sex offenders, or they can click on links that may expose them to inappropriate material like pornography or violent images, or they could accidentally make in-app purchases. Supervision is not only important for monitoring kids online, but also important so that you are there to provide help if something happens. Supervision of kids' online activity can include being in the same room as the kids, playing online games together, or exploring apps together. It could include having a rule about no devices being allowed in their bedrooms, or keeping bedroom doors open and not having devices in rooms after a certain time. The rules could also, supervision can also include ensuring that you can monitor any chats through games. We will discuss this further a little later. When kids get devices or are adding apps, you can either access settings or help them to access the settings on the device, the game, or the app to block unsuitable content or to stop them from being able to purchase anything. So most devices have features that can allow you to set the limits as to how they are used. As kids get older, they should become active participants in their own internet safety, and carers should move into a supportive role. Upskilling kids to understand internet safety and the practical ways that they can keep themselves safe is important. It is also important to ensure that any geotagging features on devices are turned off. Geotagging makes your whereabouts public and can lead people directly to you. Some social media applications automatically hide this information, but it's also important to be aware that not all of them do this. Digital photos contain metadata, which is the time, date, and GPS coordinates of where the photo was taken. You can explore ways of turning this information off in the settings of your phone. To find out how to turn off metadata and geotagging, you can visit the support pages of the devices you have, for example, Apple support for iPhones or iPads. If you are using shared devices in the home, such as a tablet, iPad, or computer, make sure that you are logged out of any apps or social media sites so that kids do not accidentally access them. Next, let's look at some of the risks kids face when they are online. So, one of these risks is online grooming. What is online grooming? So, this is when a person builds a relationship with a child online to abuse them or to persuade them into engaging in sexual activity on webcams or into sending sexual images to them. To help protect kids, we need to teach them to protect their privacy. We can do this by teaching them to use their privacy settings on social media sites. And with older kids, it's also vital to have discussions about the importance of passwords and not sharing these with anyone. Also discuss that passwords should be hard to guess and not include any identifying information. Teach them to make up screen names and to keep their real name private and to avoid sharing details that can make it easier for someone to find them. For example, not posting pictures in their school uniform, not sharing their home address or their location. Talk about concerns with meeting online friends face to face. Discuss that it is safer to keep online friends online, but if they do want to meet someone face to face, that they should discuss this with you first because you want to keep them safe. If they are to meet someone, they should be accompanied by yourself or another trusted adult. Have discussions to build awareness of times when they should come to you with their concerns. For example, if someone online is asking a lot of personal questions, especially if it's someone they've just met recently, or they may be asking strange questions like where their computer is located or whether they are able to go into a room by themselves, or asking for favors and promising to do things in return or offering gifts. Let's discuss another risk next. So, cyberbullying is when a person uses digital technology to hurt others. So, the bullying can occur in a lot of different ways. For example, it may be in text messages, emails, online games, or on social media platforms like TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook. Cyberbullying can occur any time of day and night as long as there is internet and device access. Cyberbullying can look like mean texts, spreading of rumors on social media, sharing embarrassing photos with other people, or deliberately excluding someone in an online game. Cyberbullying is harmful to kids. It's important that kids understand this and explain to kids what cyberbullying is and that it is never okay, funny, or cool. Let them know that it can make people very upset and lonely and can affect their lives. For example, they might stop doing well at school or they might start spending more time by themselves. There are a number of signs that you can look out for if you have concerns around the kids in your care and cyberbullying. Look out for changes in emotions or behaviors. So, for example, they might become more withdrawn or display anger. They may start experiencing nightmares or sleep disturbances. Also, look out if there are any changes in kids' school or social life. So, they may want to spend more time alone. They may refuse to go to school, or you may notice changes in their grades. Also, look out for changes in technology use. So, they might appear upset during or after technology use, or they may spend much longer than usual online, or they may just stop using their devices altogether, like their computer or phone. It's important to also have discussions with kids about thinking before they post comments, photos, or videos, as they might get negative attention or comments. Teach them about people being able to screenshot or download comments. So once they upload things, they can lose control of who has access to those images, videos, or posts. They can also stay online for a long time. Before posting anything, encourage kids to check or to check with you that it does not contain any identifying information, for example, name, address, name of school, um, or to think about if this is not information that they would give to a stranger, then they should not post this information online. Let's discuss next one of the common reasons kids are online. And that's online gaming. So online gaming involves playing video games on a device that is connected to the internet. There are a range of online games and they can either be played solo, so by themselves, or by multiple players, so many players at the same time. These games can be played on a range of devices, such as game consoles, for example, Nintendo Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, or on computers, tablets, and smartphones. Kids love online gaming, and it is a lot of fun. Online gaming also has benefits such as developing problem solving skills, it helps to develop creativity and creative thinking. In saying that, with access to the internet, some of these games also pose challenges. So many games have the ability to chat, and this can include through video, voice, and text. This feature is how players can directly talk to each other. In-game chats increase the risk that kids might be targeted by child sex offenders, as this is a common method they use. To keep them safe, it's important to have discussions with kids again on how to recognize suspicious behavior. For example, like I said earlier, it might include someone asking them a lot of personal information or asking them to chat on a different chatting app. So, other things that we can do to keep kids safe online is to maintain supervision while kids are playing games. So, this might include ensuring that game consoles are in common living areas or disabling chat functions if they are not needed for the game. If they are playing games with voice chat, you could consider enabling the speakers to have the chat go through the speakers as opposed to headphones so that you can hear the discussions that are taking place. Teach kids the importance of playing games only with people they know and trust, and learn how to block and report other players and inappropriate content or contact, and also teach kids to do the same. If kids ever come to you with your concerns or with their concerns, and you are unsure where to get help, you can contact eSafety Commissioner for help. eSafety can help by getting serious cyberbullying material, intimate images or videos removed, and they can help with any blackmailing over intimate images. And in some cases, they can also act against the person that has shared it. They can also provide support and assistance to you. So, to recap, let's go over the tips for keeping kids safe online. So, have ongoing discussions about internet safety, provide supervision, check or update privacy settings in apps and on devices regularly, remind children to think before they post things online, ensure that geotagging and metadata is turned off, remind kids to be wary of friend requests from people they don't know, teach older kids how to block anyone that was negative or made them feel unsafe, and keep online friends online, and set parental controls. There are a number of sites that you can explore that can help you in keeping kids safe online. eSafety Commissioner, thinkyouKnow.org.au, and raisingchildren.net.au have a lot of information and fact sheets that you can explore. Playing It Safe is a website that has been developed for preschool age children and is aimed at introducing internet safety to kids and starting these discussions early. Think You Know has an ebook that you can download called Jack Changes the Game. The book has been developed to be used with kids aged 5 to 8 and teaches them about being safer online. The eSafety Commissioner site has an eSafety guide in which you can learn about the latest games, apps, and social media. It also tells you how to protect your information and report harmful content. That brings us to the end of the webinar. Remember that online safety relies on adults using technology settings and having appropriate conversations with kids. These discussions, as with all conversations that build protective factors, should be ongoing. If you'd like some more information or tip sheets, head back to the Links Training and Support website and explore what's available. Thank you all for watching the webinar today.